I told you guys I'm going to bring the real, the raw, the ups and the downs. If you want to check the YouTube for more in depth, you can. It's just my first and last name. But to keep it simple and short, I just lost my designer not too long ago. I don't know how to design for nothing on Adobe, Figma, nothing. All I can do is websites, ads, those kind of stuff. I'm not creating garments, all kind of stuff. I'm new to this completely. And for having someone who knew it like inside and out, and we were gonna like to keep this in mind, we were gonna create 8 new collections, right? Uh, uh, I wanted to create so many things, so by the time I go to the manufacturer, we have so much stuff that we can create or that we can go off of, so that we can just mess around with it. And if you want to know why it's taking it so long, go to the YouTube to figure that out. But since then, I've just been scrambling for the past week of just creating so many different designs, so many different collections. And through the 8 collections, we're having 2 collections per season. So 4 times 2 is obviously 8, right? So I don't know how to create. So I took it within my own hands to figure it out. I went and looked at different references, different ideas, things that I like, things that I would wear, things that I would put on. And to show you a quick example is like AI is the best thing right now, right? I took this simple long sleeve summer button up, and all I did was I told AI to make a 2D design of it with a reference of how I want it to look, and then I just added my own text to it. Another idea was I took a completely I took this Louis Vuitton shirt that I really like the concept idea of, and I took this pendant, right, and added something new to the shirt, right? Changed the pocketing a little bit to something of my liking, and changed the text to my liking, right? And like add a little bit of cursive, add a little bit of branding, my idea of like that you guys know creating culture, a little bit of text here to make it more of what I want, and then so many different ideas, and taking the Virgil's idea of taking one thing and changing it by 3% or changing it by 30% or completely taking one thing and making it something completely new. And I just been like I said, just creating and creating, making the environment that I want to make, right? What would I put on? What would I show for? What would I do? And I wouldn't have done this if I didn't lose my designer, right? It would be better to have them and have them create it to the best way that it can look, so that by the time I give the manufacturers, there's less friction when it comes to it, and it saves me more time to focus on the branding and creating content and so on and so forth. But this is what I have to work with now, right? And this is, I guess you can say, the quote unquote down. But the upside is I can be more creative. I can be more hands-on with it. So by the time I give it to the manufacturers, we have so much stuff to work with that we can just fine tune it, right? And that's kind of the plan. And the end of this is just like I've always been saying, and for the past couple of videos that you've seen, is to create your culture, create your environment, and create the places you want to be. Thank you.